Again, it's Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 78 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contention.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw take.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
He's been pretty effective so far. Solid numbers yardage-wise, but the fumble last time, that's what he's thinking about. Has to be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, he does. Would you yell at him right here? Would you get on him?
No, I think you pick him up, don't you?
I agree with you totally. You pick him up in this situation because a lot of game left to be played, and he can be special with the ball in his hands. In that situation, he wasn't. But you talk to him about the 4 points of pressure, high and tight to the body, and let him go back to it.
Well, still plenty of time in this game, so he'll have opportunities to secure that ball with those 4 points of pressure. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Cross. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cross. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Burrow will throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, he currently stands 2nd in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to first.
And when you've got goals in front of you.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 54 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Now they go play action now. Burrow.
Got a man. It's Rodriguez.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, good 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To the air again, Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Rodriguez. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have retaken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 118 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On 1st down, back to Achane.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Running left, Achane.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They'll run on 1st down. cross. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
He finds his man complete. That's Rodriguez. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A give left side. Here's Achane.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
125 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Up the middle, Achane.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to.
He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Myles Murphy in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On first down, it's Cross. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down. Now it's Burrow.
Come
That
on,
was sailed a
man.
bit, but the catch is still made.
Crazy.
That one goes for 30 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 152 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Taylor. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Tuli Tuipulotu got in and dropped him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action, it's Taylor. He'll buy some time right. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Taylor. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A give, running right, Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Play action. Now Taylor rolling to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Out to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot.